Welcome to this pre-market analysis of Nifty, where on a chart we try to make informed guesses of where buyers and sellers are. So this is Nifty on a daily time frame, and these are the lines are supports and resistances, and the boxes are fair value gaps that we had drawn yesterday. So the analysis yesterday was that this is a zone of sell side liquidity and this is a zone of buy side liquidity, and Nifty was supposed to trade in between these two. That's exactly what happened. Nifty opened gap down in deep inside the fair value gap, that is the buy side liquidity, and then closed in between the buy and sell side liquidity. So that's exactly what happened. Let's, as usual, delete all the analysis from the previous day and start afresh. For first timers, what we do here is we analyze Nifty on different time frames, starting from the monthly time frame all the way down to the hourly time frame, and try to come up with one, a bias, and two, the zone of buyers and sellers. So these are two things that we try to analyze on each time frame. So on a monthly time frame, this is the box where I input the biases manually, and this is an indicator that I'm testing that's supposed to automate this inputting, automate this data. On a monthly time frame, I do not have a bias, therefore it's written not sure. Why do I not have a bias? So you can see here is a swing low, and then this is a higher swing low. That means Nifty is bullish. What does higher low creation mean? That when Nifty, the sellers tried to sell it off, the buyers came to a higher level and punched in fresh buy orders and bought it up from there, essentially eating all the sell orders and then overpowering the sellers and then taking Nifty higher. So this is how the concept of higher low works. So higher low is bullish. There's no higher low because this low was was invalidated or was breached, and there is no lower high. In the other way around, for bearish bias, we look for lower high. So essentially something like this. This is a swing high, and here is a lower high. So none of this exists right now. Therefore, I do not have a bias. And where are the buyers and where are the sellers? Important question. This is a swing low where the buy orders were concentrated, and when that was taken violently, now this has become a seller's level. So this is where this swing low is, where the sellers are essentially. That's where Nifty got sold off last month and is struggling this month. So let me just mark it in red and mark it with a thicker line. Where are the buyers? The buyers that I'm sure of are right here in the swing low. I'll mark it in green. Swing highs and swing lows are essentially zones of liquidity, and that's exactly what we marked here. It's as simple. Going over to the weekly time frame. On a weekly time frame, Nifty is bearish. Why is it bearish? Because this is a swing high and here is a lower high formed. So it is, Nifty is bearish. Now here's a fair value gap right here that's being respected. I believe I'll go to the daily time frame and mark the levels. So where are the sellers? The last zone of sellers is this swing high here. It's too close to the monthly level, so I'm not marking it up. It's too close to the monthly level. Now, and sellers are essentially here, down here in the swing low. I'll mark, and this level is actually coincides. It actually coincides with many levels on the smaller time frames, so I'll just mark it in the smaller time frames. On a daily time frame here, Nifty is bearish. This is a swing high and this is a lower high, so it has become bearish right here. It was not sure yesterday. It is bearish today. And what are any important levels that we are looking at? Here we have a bearish fair value gap that has been respected, and there's another bearish fair value gap. That's a confluence of two fair value gaps there, right there. That's big sell side liquidity. And what's on the buy side? On the buy side, there's a fair value gap that's right here. Well, I just go back to the weekly time frame and perhaps mark this bullish fair value gap here. That was respected, but it's being tested again. Mark it in green. That's a weekly fair value gap. So this is what we had today. It had yesterday, and then that's the same scenario here. This fair value gap is a buy side liquidity zone, and these fair value gaps present a sell side liquidity zone, and Nifty is essentially stuck between the two. This liquidity will be taken, and we have to see from which direction does new orders come in. Is it new buy orders or new sell orders? And then that will decide which way Nifty will go. Going over to the 4-hour time frame. On a 4-hour time frame, Nifty is bearish. This is a swing high, and this is a swing high and a lower high. So that's bearish. Essentially, this is the swing high that's presented here. So let me just mark that. Mark it in red and mark it in a thinner line. And if Nifty has to come down, then this is where the buyers are on a 4-hour time frame. That's a tight range there. And let's go to the hourly time frame. On an hourly time frame, Nifty is not bullish, not bearish, because you see this is a swing high and this is a higher high. So it's not a lower high, so that is not bullish. Now, what about not bearish? Now, this is a swing low and this is a higher low. That makes it bullish. It's bullish on a hourly time frame. If it's bullish on an hourly time frame, then this is the next target. That's already marked. And buyers are right here in this level. So essentially on an hourly time frame now we have a smaller range for Nifty. On a 4-hour time frame we have a larger time frame, and on a monthly time frame we have the largest largest range for Nifty to trade between. So that's it for today. Once again, on a macroeconomic front, it is the oil prices, the falling rupee, and the IT sector that has been governing the movements of Nifty. Let's see what happens today. Once again, I'm not a certified analyst. I do this only for educational purpose. Thank you.